lawful wedded husband.
To be my...
Barbertine's hard.
Playing with a tramp like you?
Well, I know it hurts being third rate, but aren't you accustomed to it yet?
Oh, Robin, I see you. I myself the slut of Springfield! Son of a bitch in here. I found out myself what love is all about.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Nikki. Hello, Feisty. Hello. We are here to talk about the gates and the updates and the characters that have just, well, they haven't just been released. They were released back in October, but I hadn't got to it. Plus, we still got 2 to 3 more characters that they have yet to they really have yet to cast or put out to the public who they casted as these characters. So I'm going to introduce y'all to the new characters, and I'm going to also talk about what the premiere date is looking like and what the time slot is looking like for Beyond the Gates, which is the first soap opera to premiere, and I mean the first new one, brand spanking new. This ain't no spinoff or nothing. This ain't, coming from bringing one back, or it was a web series and now they're airing it on television. No, this is a brand new soap opera. It's the first one to have a majority Black cast in about 30 plus years, and it's been 20 plus years since 1999. So it's about 26 years since a new brand spanking new soap opera has premiered on network television, and that is Beyond the Gates. We have talked about it before over here. Go back and check out my other lives about Beyond the Gates. We do soap operas over here, okay? Them soaps. That's exactly what we do. General Hospital, Beyond the Gates, a little of the Bold and the Beautiful and the Young and the Restless and them sprinkled in there, but mainly Beyond the Gates and General Hospital. Now, Beyond the Gates is supposed to be premiering February 24th, so during Black History Month, February 24th. And it's going to be at 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. They are taking over the time slot for the talk. The talk normally comes on, it goes Bold and the Beautiful, the news, and then the talk. But the talk is ending after its 15th season, and the last episode is supposed to air on December 20th. So there's no telling what's going to be in that time slot up until February. But come February 24th of 2025, the Gates is sliding all the way up in there, and it's going to be every day at 1 o'clock. So yes, you will be fighting with, should I watch the Gates live or should I watch General Hospital live? Just do what I do and record them both, and then go back and watch them and talk about them, and talk about them online, and build the buzz up for the show, right? But we move on. I digress, but we move on. We move on because meet the characters. Okay, this is Vernon Dupree. This is Papa Dupree. He is the patriarch of the Dupree family. He is married to Anita. They've been married for some years. His daughters are Nicole and Danny. I've introduced y'all to Nicole and Danny and Anita in previous lives. So y'all got to go back and watch this for it all to come together for y'all if y'all haven't been here for previous things. And Daddy Dupree is played by Clifton Davis, who is a legendary actor, a legendary Black actor, and you've seen him in just about almost everything. So he is Father Dupree. Now, Father Dupree is a well-respected retired former senator who is at the forefront of the civil rights movement. Mind you, this takes place, the Gates, Beyond the Gates takes place in the DMV area. So this is very much intricate to his story. He will always be he will, no lies told. He will always be the Reverend from Amen. him being at the forefront of the civil rights movement, especially because they all live in the DMV area, is going to, I believe, be intricate into his story. This is Vernon Dupree. He's the patriarch of the family. I told y'all he's married to Anita. He's the father to Nicole and Danny, and he's very gentle and humble and generous with his experience and his knowledge. Now, all I'm going to say is, don't y'all break up these people. Don't y'all have a young tender coming up in there trying to get with Daddy Dupree because they think that he got some senator money. Don't do that. Don't do it. We move on, okay, because we got to get through the family members. So this is Jacob Hawthorne. This is Daddy Dupree's grandson-in-law because he is married to Daddy Dupree's granddaughter, Naomi. But this is, I want to say, Jabri Hodges. He's playing Jacob Hawthorne. Get into him. He's a very handsome fellow. He is. And Jacob is a very proud man. He's proud of himself. He's proud of his wife. He's proud of his family for always serving the community. He's always seeking justice for his community, but also justice for victims. Why? Because he is a robbery homicide detective in the Metropolitan Police Department of the District of Columbia. Try saying that 5 times. And, he comes from a law enforcement family. All of his people have been law enforcement in some way, shape, or form. Foot patrolmen, detectives, captains, sergeants, all of his family bleed blue. They bleed red, but you know how they, what they talk about. Anyway, the problem with Jacob is Jacob has a habit of getting into too deep with the victims when he meets them. Like he goes above and beyond what he's supposed to do, which, I think is good sometimes, but I feel like in soap opera world, this might get him in trouble. Or we might see an affair happen. I don't want it to happen, but we might see it happen. We might see it happen. But this is Jacob. And he's married to Naomi, which is Danny's oldest daughter. Now this is Bradley Smitty Smith, played by Mike Manning. And I believe Mike Manning was on The Real World. I don't know which Real World he was on, but he was on The Real World. But this Smitty, get into Smitty. Now, Smitty is married to Congressman Martin Richardson. And y'all, we talked about Martin. Martin wants to be the first gay black president, right? So Smitty used to be a political reporter. He's turned house husband. He's married to Martin. They have 2 kids, Tyrell and Samantha. And Smitty is a fantastic father. He gives his children warmth and he helps them deal with their problems. He does it with humor. But, Smitty is thinking the kids is getting older. I might want to get back into my career. I might want to go back and write again. That's what Smitty is thinking. However, the issue here is, how he gonna tell his husband? Because, Martin liked the way things are running now. Smitty is a house husband. The house runs smoothly. The kids are taken care of. He has a hot meal on the table every time he come home. His clothes is washed. Okay, Smitty is basically the lover and the secretary working every day of the week. But Smitty want to go back to work. Smitty want to go back to work. He want to do his stuff. So how is this going to work? Because like I told y'all, Martin likes having a house husband. So obviously this is going to be a point of contention with them. And it's just like, oh, chat, this is messy. This is my type of mess right here. It ain't my mess, but my type of mess. So then we move on to Ashley. This is Ashley Morgan. Get into her, played by actress Jen Jacob. Now, I don't know why I put Jen there, but Ashley is Naomi's best friend. Jen plays the character of Ashley. Ashley is Naomi's best friend. She's a single mother to a young child. Ashley was a latchkey kid, so she's never afraid of doing things on her own. Which, y'all know us latchkey kids are like, we do it on our own. I feel like that's one of those, I don't know if it's a trauma response or if it's just the way of the world where we'll be like, we can do it on our own. We'll figure it out. We'll be okay. But that is who Ashley is. She's a nurse at the Washington, D.C. Garland Memorial Hospital. And listen, she is perfect. She has the perfect temperament for her job. She's sensitive. She's positive. She is cheerful. She gets the job done. She's resourceful and independent, which makes her a great nurse, which is what you want in your nurse. You want her to be all these things because you know she's going to go above and beyond to get things done for you, but she's also going to make sure it's done the right way. That way, can't nobody come back and sue the hospital. I just added that on, but okay. And she could be serious, but she could be fun loving, and people just really enjoy her and they love her smile. So, this is Ashley. We move on. This is Derek. Derek Baldwin, okay, played by Ben Gavin. This is Derek. Now, what y'all don't know is Derek and Ashley are a couple. I don't know if he's the father of her child because in his character breakdown, it didn't say nothing about him having no kids. So I guess he's playing step parent, and I wonder how that goes. But you know, Derek is Mr. Fix It. He can fix anything. He's fearless. He's fearless. He's devoted, and he's a firefighter. And he gets really fearless when he goes into the zone, like he's getting into the zone of fighting fires, which is great. However, him being a firefighter and him really getting into that zone, like we're gonna fight these fires, we're gonna put them out, we're gonna make sure everybody is safe and all this. This is super duper personal for him, and it's not like professional. This is a personal calling, not a professional one. So y'all know typically when it's a personal calling, it's always some mess mixed up in there. Now, I forget if his family passed away in a fire because obviously some of the character breakdowns, they took some stuff away. Or they added some things. But since this is personal for him, I feel like he lost somebody in a fire. So he truly goes above and beyond. Which, you know what? This makes sense why him and Jacob are best friends. Because both of them do too damn much when it comes to their jobs. Which we appreciate sometimes. But not if you put yourself in danger. This is Vanessa McBride, played by Laura Bagoli. Lauren, not Laura. Lauren Bagoli. And Vanessa is a high-end real estate agent. She owns her own agency. She specializes in luxury properties. So if y'all looking for a luxurious property down there to the DMV area, if you live beyond the gates, so you live inside the gates or you live outside the gates, go ahead and hit Vanessa up. She's neighbors with Danny, but she's best friends with Nicole. And she's a mother to twins, but she's in a loveless marriage with her high school sweetheart. So we all know it's about to be some mess there because if it's a loveless marriage, either one or both are cheating, or it's possibly going to be a murder mystery that's going to happen, which I have no problem with because soap operas always mirror life, but with an exaggerated, microscope or exaggerated magnifying glass on it. But yeah, this is Vanessa. I wonder who's gonna play her husband. If she's in a loveless marriage, are we not gonna see the husband? Is he gonna be gone all the time? And then eventually they're gonna cast him and it's gonna be somebody like, I don't know. I wonder I've got to know. See, these are things somebody should have thought about before they put these characters out. Like, who's gonna be her husband? I'm so confused. Then finally, of the 7 new characters announced, we have Tom Navarro, okay, played by Alex Algeria. And Tomas is like super simple, super easy. Tomas is a young, handsome, and confident lawyer at Bill Hamilton's law firm. And he has his eyes on Bill's niece, Kat, which is Nicole's daughter, who's like, oh my God, she's the miracle child, who's also spoiled rotten and feels like, she's above everybody. But that's the cast. That's the new cast. I feel like I sped through this, but it was like really simple because it was only 7. Like all the other time, it was much longer. And at this point in time, we don't have much left to talk about when it comes to Beyond the Gates, except for just waiting for it to premiere. Like I told you guys, we are still waiting on the character of Luis, who is the personal trainer at the country club. The Fairmount Estates Country Club, which is where the gates are. And he's the one who has his eyes on married women or a particular married woman who lives in the gated community. Now, the question is, which married woman does he have does he have eyes on? Is it Anita? Is it Nicole? Or is it Vanessa that he has eyes on? Because those are the only married women who live in the gates. And then we have Mike, who is Bill's law partner, who has an issue of playing, grab ass with the women in the law firm, aka being a sexual harasser. We have yet to know who was casted for him. So we're waiting on those two, and then obviously they're going to be like background characters and different things like that, and it's still open casting. They are filming this at Assembly Studios in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you live in Atlanta, Georgia, and you maybe want to play, and let's be clear, they started filming, or they started production on November 4th. But if you want to be a background actor or anything like that on Beyond the Gates, I believe that you can be, because it's in Atlanta, so they're always looking for people. If you're trying to get into acting, if you know someone trying to get into acting, there's a possibility that you could be working on this soap opera as a background actor or a background character. Who knows? Just, be looking out if they're, casting, because currently they're casting for bartenders and staff and things like that for the show. Also, like I told y'all, the show is going to premiere February 24th, 2025, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 11 Pacific Standard Time. And it will also stream on Paramount Plus as well. But if you know anything about soap operas going up on streaming platforms, for Paramount Plus, the show airs during the day and then eventually makes its way to Paramount Plus about maybe 24 hours after the show already went up on CBS. Hello, 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 hello. But yes, I think I introduced y'all to a good amount of the characters already. Like I said, you could go back and watch my other videos, or really other lives over this. Like I said, it wasn't going to be much to talk about, because it's like introduce y'all to these 7 new people. Also let y'all know about when the show is premiering and the time, and the fact that if you watch the talk, their last episode is December 20th, and whatever is going to take up that space between December 20th and February 24th is just truly up in the air. And also, listen, if you're in Atlanta and you want to be a background actor, it's a possibility that you can. But at this point, we've covered almost all the characters. We're just missing 2, and then we'll see what happens. But I feel like this is going to be good. And this is a soap opera coming from, produced by CBS, the NAACP, and also Procter & Gamble Studios. And Procter & Gamble Studios were behind As the World Turns and Guiding Light. And I believe, yes, As the World Turns and Guiding Light. So this is their first time coming back to television with a soap opera. So, it was, they're going to really pop out and show them. And then the NAACP are behind us, and obviously CBS Studios. And we have real soap opera veterans, not only acting on the show, but also soap opera veterans when it comes to writers and producers who are behind getting the show on the air and, just giving us something new and fresh. But at this current moment, I don't have any more for y'all. I figured this would be a short one. I did. So if you missed it, just go the characters. I'll run through them one more time, and then you can go rewind it back and watch it. This is Clifton Davis. We know him. We love him. He's the Reverend from Amen. He is Father Dupree. This is Jabir Hodges. He's playing Jacob Hawthorne, who is married to Naomi, who is Danny's daughter. He's also a police officer. This is Bradley Smitty Smith. He's played by actor Mike Manning, and Mike got his start on The Real World, and he's married to Martin Richardson, and he wants to get back to working, but that's going to be an issue because he's Martin's lover and secretary working every day of the week, and he likes it like that. This is Ashley Morgan, played by actress Jen Jacob, and she's a nurse. She is best friends with Naomi, and she has a young child, and she's a single mother. This is not Bradley. This is Derek. He is played by Ben Gavin. He's a firefighter. He is best friends with Jacob, and he's dating Ashley. So I feel like we're going to see a lot of couple dates between Derek, Ashley, Jacob, and Naomi. And he's also a firefighter and Mr. Fix-It. This is Vanessa McBride, played by actress Lauren Bagoli. She is a real estate agent. She only deals in luxury properties. She's a mother to twins, and she's in a loveless marriage with her high school sweetheart, which, once again, like I said, it's a possibility that she could be the married woman Luis is after. And then finally, we have Tom Navarro, played by actor Alex Algeria, and he is a new lawyer. He's very handsome, he's very confident, and he is, into and got his eyes on Kat Richardson, which is Daddy Dupree's granddaughter and Bill's niece. Now, like I also mentioned before, we are missing two characters. Who's been casted as these characters, I don't know yet. If we're going to have these characters, I'm pretty sure we're going to have these characters because they've been a consistent, we're still missing them. When new casting information comes out or new information about the show comes out, and that is Luis, who's a personal trainer at the country club, and he has his eyes on a married woman who lives in the Gates. And I said, well, the only married women we know so far are Anita, Nicole, and now Vanessa. So it could be either one of those three. And then Bill's law partner, who likes to play grab ass with the women down to the law firm. So he has a problem with sexually harassing his employees. Yeah, somebody bring a Title IX against him. But with that being said, that was it. That was all. I don't have no more to give y'all. I should have made like a video or something to tell y'all what's coming up next for the channel, but I'm gonna just go through my to-do list. That way, because my to-do list has everything. So I have a boom Potomac recap that's coming out. I do need to watch it, so be looking out for that. I have two General Hospital recaps coming out because I need to do yesterday's and I also need to do today's. Be looking out for game night, which is going to be on Sunday at 1:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be sending out links. I'm going to figure out how to send out like an email blast so people can get notified that I'm going live for game night. And it is A Lowdown Dirty Shame and Why Do Fools Fall in Love. So be looking out for that. Also on Monday, Married to Medicine, live recap review about that. And honestly, I don't know if I should do like an open panel type situation to talk about that Sleepy Time T called herself calling Quad fake and talking about why would she invite Contessa to the party and she don't really know Contessa and Contessa's not her friend. Yeah, maybe we should talk about that. I don't know. Y'all let me know. And then I got to give my Survivor Series thoughts, and that's going to be in a video, as well as the New Day turning on Big E. That's going to be a video. And then I'm coming with some more sitcom sit-downs, because we're going to talk about some things. But so far, that is what is coming up on the channel. If you have any suggestions for game nights, if there's anything you'd like to talk about, let me know. Also, I'm working on a Who Sung It Better, and we're going to do this with holiday music, aka Christmas music, and these are the songs that have been covered the most. I have 12 songs. I'm gonna allow people to, come up for 5 minutes, 3 minutes for your first round of arguments, and 2 minutes to, just add anything else to your argument as you're trying to prove your point of why, for example, this Christmas, some people feel like Chris Brown sang that song better. I feel like most people, Donny Hathaway had the best version. You could come up here and argue that. You could also phone a friend with your last 2 minutes so they could come up here and add something we didn't think about. But as I'm working on that, be looking out for that. And with that being said, that was it. That was all. I don't have no more to give y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this live. I hope I was very informative to y'all. And just be looking out for the new stuff that is coming to this platform. I appreciate everyone who came in here. Whether you were just watching, lurking, or if you talked to me, which is, Too Feisty and my cousin Barb Meets World. And y'all go check out Barb's channel. She has great content over there. And with that being said, I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye.